Welcome to Farming Aid. When we think of livestock in North America, names like Angus cattle, white leghorn chickens, or Yorkshire pigs usually come to mind. But beyond the spotlight of commercial farming lies a world of rare and remarkable animals that most people have never heard of. These are the uncharted breeds, livestock with deep roots in the land, shaped by history, climate, and culture, yet overlooked in today's fast-paced farming systems. From pigs once stranded on island shores to chickens bred to withstand brutal winters, these animals tell stories of survival, resilience, and forgotten value. In this video, we're diving into the hidden corners of North American agriculture to uncover 7 unique and little-known livestock breeds that could change how we think about farming. Whether you're a small farmer, a livestock enthusiast, or just curious about rare animals, you're about to meet some incredible breeds that deserve way more attention. One of the most intriguing examples is the Oaba Island Hog, a small, rugged pig breed that traces its ancestry back over 4 centuries. Left behind by Spanish explorers on Georgia's barrier islands, these pigs adapted to an unforgiving environment, marshy land, salty winds, and scarce food. Over time, they evolved into compact, disease-resistant survivors capable of foraging everything from roots to crabs. Unlike the plumper, fast-growing commercial breeds, Oabas grow slowly, but their meat is dense, dark, and marbled with rich fat, qualities that have made chefs and artisan meat producers fall in love with them. Beyond flavor, their ability to thrive on minimal input and resist parasites makes them a fascinating model for pasture-based pork production. Yet, their rarity and limited availability mean most people have never seen one up close. Moving from pork to poultry, another hidden gem is the Chanticler Chicken, a breed developed in the early 1900s by Brother Wilfrid in a Trappist monastery in Quebec. At a time when Canada was relying heavily on imported breeds, the Chanticler was designed to be a homegrown, all-purpose chicken suited to the frigid northern climate. With a small cushion comb and tight feathering, it resists frostbite better than most. These birds are calm, hardy, and capable of laying a good number of eggs even through winter. Their white plumage helps reflect summer sun, making them surprisingly adaptable to different seasons. Yet, because they don't grow as fast as hybrid broilers and aren't as prolific as commercial egg layers, they've faded into obscurity. Still, for small farmers who value self-sufficiency and year-round production, the Chanticler is a breed worth rediscovering. Over in the Pacific Northwest, another breed with deep local roots has remained largely hidden outside its native region, the Oregon miniature Zebu. These tiny humped cattle, standing under 42 inches tall, are technically a North American offshoot of ancient Indian Zebu breeds. But the strain developed in Oregon has taken on its own characteristics through careful breeding for friendliness, adaptability, and disease resistance. Unlike their full-sized cousins, these miniature cattle require very little space, which makes them ideal for small acreage farmers, petting zoos, and even homesteaders looking for manageable milkers or novelty beef. Despite their small stature, they are surprisingly strong and able to tolerate both heat and cold. They're also striking in appearance, with their signature hump, large ears, and expressive eyes. Still, because they don't produce large volumes of milk or meat, they remain a curiosity instead of a staple, but that may change as interest grows in microfarming. Heading into the arid Southwest, we encounter a breed whose name sounds like a ghost story, but whose presence is very real: the Navajo Sheep. This ancient breed was nearly wiped out in the 20th century, but thanks to grassroots preservation efforts, many led by the Navajo Nation, it's making a quiet but powerful comeback. Descended from sheep brought over by the Spanish in the 1500s, the Chuo adapted over centuries to the high desert, developing a double-coated fleece and lean body suited to harsh climates. Its wool is prized by traditional weavers for its luster and texture, and its meat is lean, gamey, and rich in flavor. What makes this breed especially important is its cultural significance. It is more than livestock. It's part of a living heritage. For the Navajo people, these sheep represent food, income, ceremony, and resilience. Farmers who raise them today aren't just producing wool or meat. They're part of a restoration movement that ties agriculture to culture. Along the Atlantic coast, in the marshy lowlands of the Carolinas, there exists another underappreciated gem, the Marsh Tacki horse. This small, hardy horse is deeply embedded in the history of livestock farming in the South. Used for herding cattle, hauling supplies, and even in war, Marsh Tackis are descendants of Spanish horses brought to the New World in the 1500s. What sets them apart is their incredible stamina, calm temperament, and ability to navigate wetlands and swamps, terrain that would challenge even a seasoned ATV. Their name, Tacki, once meant common or lowly, but their strength and intelligence are anything but. Nearly lost to history, the breed now survives thanks to conservationists and Carolina families dedicated to bringing it back. Though rare, the Marsh Tacki is gaining new attention as farmers seek versatile, low-maintenance animals for work and companionship. From horses, we move to cattle again. This time with the Pineywoods Cattle, one of the oldest breeds in the United States. Brought by Spanish settlers in the 1500s, these cattle adapted to the pine forests and coastal plains of the Deep South. They are small, agile, and incredibly hardy, capable of thriving on poor forage where commercial breeds would struggle. Their natural resistance to parasites and diseases, combined with low maintenance needs, makes them ideal for regenerative and low-input systems. The breed comes in a wide variety of colors and patterns, and their horns curve in elegant arcs. They're not just pretty, they're productive. Pineywoods cows produce rich milk and calves that finish well on pasture, making them a great fit for grass-fed beef systems. Yet, due to their slow growth and unfamiliarity among commercial ranchers, they've nearly vanished. Today, a few dedicated breeders are working hard to protect these cattle and reintroduce them to a new generation of farmers looking for sustainable solutions. Finally, we turn to the American Mulefoot Hog, a breed as mysterious as its name suggests. This rare pig gets its name from its solid, single-toed hooves, a genetic trait not found in other domesticated pigs. Mulefoots were once common on American farms because of their docile nature, good mothering instincts, and ability to thrive on forage. Their meat is dark, moist, and marbled, making it a favorite among chefs and heritage pork fans. Unfortunately, the breed nearly went extinct in the mid-20th century due to industrial consolidation in pork production. Only a handful of purebred herds remained by the early 2000s. But thanks to efforts by heritage breed conservancies and a few passionate farmers, Mulefoot hogs are slowly making their way back onto small farms. What makes them stand out isn't just their unusual feat, but their overall temperament and productivity in outdoor systems, where they shine far more than commercial confinement hogs. All these breeds, Oaba Island Hog, Chanticler Chicken, Oregon Miniature Zebu, Navajo Sheep, Marsh Tacki Horse, Pineywoods Cattle, and American Mulefoot Hog, share one thing in common. They've survived on the margins. Margins of geography, margins of economy, and margins of visibility. Yet these very edges are where some of the most exciting agricultural developments are happening today. As consumers demand better animal welfare, local sourcing, and diverse food systems, these breeds are stepping back into the spotlight. They offer farmers options that go beyond yield per square foot or pounds of meat per day. They offer stories, adaptability, and resilience. Rediscovering these animals isn't just about nostalgia or novelty. It's about unlocking genetic traits that modern breeds may have lost, like disease resistance, environmental adaptability, or even temperament. It's about reconnecting with the land through animals that were shaped by it. And it's about keeping agricultural biodiversity alive, which is increasingly critical in a changing climate. For small farmers, homesteaders, and even chefs, these breeds can provide a unique edge, something that sets their operation or product apart in a world of sameness. As we've seen, these 7 uncharted livestock breeds aren't just rare. They're resilient, adaptable, and packed with potential for the future of sustainable farming. Whether it's a pig that can thrive off coastal foraging, a chicken built for icy Canadian winters, or cattle that flourish on poor pasture land. Each breed carries traits that modern agriculture is starting to value again. In a world facing climate change, rising costs, and the need for more ethical and efficient food systems, these forgotten animals might just hold some of the answers. By keeping them alive and putting them back to work on farms, we're not only preserving biodiversity, we're also honoring a deep legacy of human and animal partnership. So the next time you think about livestock, remember, sometimes the most powerful breeds are the ones you've never heard of until now. If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from the world of farming that deserve to be told.